Come on.
Now that you've had a chance to look at the film, you've digested it, thoughts on Saturday?
It was a strange game. It's one of the first where I've been a part of where you got something completely different than what you were expecting. And we went back and we had peaked at Central Florida and they played a little bit of odd, but nothing like what we saw. And I think more of it's going to come because I think that Iowa State has done a really, really good job with that three safety package. You've seen us do a little bit defensively last year with Isaiah, and in the past with Isaiah and some of those guys. Wasn't expecting it, so we had to make some adjustments. And then it almost felt like it was playing option football. You only got 8 possessions in the game, and they were going to make us be patient, put together drives, run the football. And then they were mixing up some coverages, really trying to confuse the young quarterback. They were playing some press coverage. They would bail, then they would press bail and stop, doing some different things. So, after watching it, we did some good things, but still some things we got to get better. I was proud that we were able to lean on the run and find a way. The guys, they continue to play hard. They all want to have success. We got to clean up our ball security. We had a couple of drops in some critical situations, some penalties. Sometimes we were a little bit out of sync. One guy not on the same page. So, still a work in progress. I felt like we're headed in the right direction. I thought DJ, played better. He has 3 throws in that game that I think he'd want back, but I thought overall he played better. And then it was a learning situation for all of us down there at the end of the game on the 1-yard line. And obviously just creates discussion for us and moving forward how we want to handle that situation. So a lot of room for growth.
Tony, you said there's more to come. So how do you guys counter this? Is this what you think you're going to start seeing a lot more?
Well, if you look at NC State, that's what they're playing. They're basically a 3-3-5 defense, and so I think that obviously you're gonna have to run the ball. Structurally, you'll have to see how they're gonna sit with their corners when they play that, and they're dropping 8 in the coverage. And so you got to run the football, and then you got to try and find some windows. But there's a lot of underneath coverage guys. So going forward, each week we'll have a plan for it. But again, going into that game, what we'd seen out of Georgia Tech has been 4 down. They stemmed to a little bit of odd stand up a weak side in, but nothing like what we saw.
Tony, did you think the offensive line would be further along by this point, both in performance and in depth?
We had a lot of hope coming out of camp that was going to be the situation. But currently it is what it is, and the biggest thing for us is, in fairness to Marcus, man, that's tough on a freshman. You go in, you prepare all week, and then you get into the game, and you're looking at something that you hadn't seen. And we're on the sideline, we're able to make adjustments with some of the older guys, so it was a little bit tough on him. So we got to help him with just trying to find some more depth at that left guard position to help him in some situations. But the guys are working hard. It's just taking a little bit of time for the cohesion and chemistry of those guys to come together. And in the past, we've had it happen quickly, but this is a situation where it's taking a little bit of time. And as coaches, we got to do a good job of just trying to help them week in and week out as they kind of find their cohesion and rhythm together as a unit of 5.
Cody, when you go from 2018, 2019, kind of averaging over 6 yards a carry to now around 4, how does that change play calling, offense,
Right.
what you're able to do?
Well, I think it's been a crazy start to the season. You go in and you're playing Georgia, the best defense in the country, and you know that you're not going to be able to run it. And then we get in a situation where we abandon the run, and we try to throw the ball and see can we stay aggressive. Then you come out, you play South Carolina State, and obviously we were just trying to find a rhythm. So we're trying to be balanced there. Then you get into this game, and obviously we had to run the ball, to win the game. And so I think the explosives will come over time, as we continue to like you said, find that cohesion up front. Again, the backs can improve as well with some of their tracking and in their discipline. And again, Shipley's a freshman. Kobe's not a freshman, but he hasn't played a ton. So it's going to take a little bit of time just for all those nuances to come together. But once it does, I'm excited about what the potential could be.
Hindsight, people look back and they think Deshaun Watson never had a bad game. And to me, I'm watching a little bit of this, and I think about 2014, Louisville, 20-17. Deshaun didn't play really well.
Mm.
People were calling for changes.
Yeah.
Does it remind you of that a little bit?
I think everybody likes the backup quarterback, or maybe even the backup offensive coordinator, whoever that may be. But guys, it's football. You know, it's football, and guys are going to have to learn. You know, and we're in a situation where we got some youth at positions, you know, that we got to grow up, and the only way they can grow up is to go play. And so us as coaches, we got to do a great job of just nurturing. You know, the one thing about these guys, they're playing hard, right? They're trying to play physical. You know, we just technically got to get a little bit better, and those are the things that are going to come with experience. And you know, it's at every position. You know, tight end included. You know, with some guys got to clean up some technical things. So, you know, that's where we are. And again, not asking for anything from anybody other than just trusting that, hey, man, we're doing everything we can. These young men. They have character, you know, they have grit, you know, they have the big things, and we just got to keep working and pushing to clean up the little things. And when it comes together, then it's got a chance to be reminiscent of what their DNA is.
So there's never a thought of, hey, let's sit DJ a series, let Tyson take over. It's just DJ's got to go learn.
Yeah, DJ's got to go learn, you know, and again, I felt like he played his best game, you know, in terms of the three that he's played. This was his best game. Yeah, he had 3 throws, but he ran the ball, you know, and what we asked him to do. And coming out of the half and the lightning delay, you know, it was whatever it took to win the game. And if they're going to sit back and they're going to drop 8 in the coverage, then we got to lean on the run game. And I'm saying drop 8 in the coverage. Well, they got 8, but then they got 5 guys roaming around that are attacking the line of scrimmage. And, you know, and then sometimes you're getting isolated on blocks. And then when you go to double team, you get scissored off. And so it was just a challenge, you know, for those guys. But they accepted the challenge. And at the end of the day, we found a way to score enough points. We got to do a better job of helping our defense. You know, you look at those 2 red zone situations. Obviously, on the 4th down call, we wrap a little bit tighter. You know, that's a young guy. We wrap a little bit tighter. You know, he fits that up. Shipley's going to squirt, and then you got DJ, you know, carrying the ball and his right arm going to his left. You know, and really trying to strain. You know, and that's something we talk about on 3rd down. Don't reach the ball on 3rd down. Wait till 4th down, right? You want to possess the ball, so even if we don't get it, at least we have the ball on 4th down. But he's scrapping, he's fighting. You know, he's trying to make a play, and just fundamentally he doesn't have it, you know, where it needs to be, and the ball comes out. And so that's two scoring opportunities that we had right there. So I felt like we moved the ball, even though it may not be, you know, what everybody expects with the big explosive plays. But when they're dropping 8, you're not going to find the explosive plays. And then if you take a bunch of shots downfield in that situation, you know, and you're 2nd and 10, you're 2nd and long, you know, 3rd and long, then you give the advantage to the defense. So the plan there was just, hey, run the football, let's be efficient, let's put together drive. They're challenging us to do it. Let's go prove we can win that way, and just proud of the guys for that. And we just got to clean up the little things.
Tony, you implied after the game that you guys considered the intentional safety,
Mm-hmm.
which lots of teams have done in prominent situations. Whose decision was it not to do that, and why didn't you?
Coach ultimately makes the decisions, you know, down there, and we discussed it, and then he talked about, hey, let's try and see if we can draw him off sides, and we didn't get him to jump, and then we do what we do, and you know, obviously learning going forward, you know, we got to be able to go up under center and have a quarterback sneak, but that just hasn't been something that's been a part of our offense because we've been a shotgun offense from the time that Chad's been here. For the most part, so Coach makes those decisions, and everybody was on the same page, and obviously Shipley's out of the end zone. He takes care of the ball. He doesn't fumble it. Then the clock runs out, and you know it's a different situation. But great learning situation for us as coaches as well, and create a good discussion.
The lack of explosives in the passing game, do you think that's more about defenses to play through? Is that execution?
Right. Well, you know, you look at the Georgia game. You know, we had a couple of potential explosives, but we weren't on the same page. You know, we missed a couple of those. Then you look in South Carolina State. Obviously, we were trying to establish running game because we didn't have run game there. So that kind of game plan there was to be balanced, and obviously we were able to do what we needed to do there. And then you come back in this game, and obviously we had a ton of explosives the year before, you know, in the passing game in particular. And so they changed up how they were going to play, and they're dropping 8 in the coverage and telling you that you got to run the football. And so that's kind of what we leaned on was a philosophy of running the football to win the game. And you know, we had a couple that we missed. You know, we had a back shoulder opportunity down the field that we missed. We had a bang 8 throw right there on a 3rd down that we missed. We had a corner ball on a 3rd and 5, you know, that we missed. So again, you know, we're having some opportunities. We just haven't been able to connect on those, and it'll come in time. You know, as these guys continue to play through, just play through the learning curve.
Tony, is this like, you're a baseball guy, so it's just like baseball where you just kind of got to get that first hit and then maybe get contagious?
I think some of that is true. We got to find a way, especially with the down the field throws. I think we haven't connected on one of those yet. I think when we do, then obviously DJ's confidence is going to grow in that. The receiver's confidence is going to grow in that. So I think it is contagious.
Coach, we saw DJ have 7 rushing attempts for 43 yards in the second half last game. Do you all plan on incorporating him more as a runner, and if so, what does that do for your offense?
I think when after we made the adjustments, it said, hey, we're going to have to be able to run the ball. And if you look, okay, second drive of the game, I think we had 8 plays and we ran it 7 times and went in and scored. You know what I'm saying? So we were having success, with handing the ball to the backs. But then once we made the adjustments and really kind of got a good feel of how we felt like they were going to defend us the rest of the way, we wanted to incorporate the quarterback. And I think it helped him too. I think it got him going. Give him a little bit of confidence. And again, our offense, when we can incorporate the quarterback, it helps to try and keep defenses honest. And going forward, as back to a question I had before, if they're going to have 8 men in the box, then you're going to have to be able to run your quarterback to at least try and eliminate one of the hats that's extra down there.
Tony, what have you seen out of North Carolina State?
Yeah, they're structurally they're very similar to what we just saw. They base out of a 3-man front. They got a lot of experience. I think 9 of the 11 are returning starters, and I think the other 2 have started probably 3 or 4 games in their career. So they got a ton of experience, playing with a ton of confidence. You can tell that they believe in what they're doing defensively. They're in position. They're aggressive. They're downhill. Even though it's a 3-man front, man, they're built to stop the run. I mean, they're going to have their linebackers close to the line of scrimmage. They're going to be shooting gaps, trying to peel you off so that you don't get any double teams. But I think the difference is they're a little bit, a little structurally on the back end with the way they play their coverages is a little bit different than Georgia Tech. So excited about the challenge. Again, we haven't seen, outside of our practice field on occasion with Coach V, you haven't seen this